Hi guys, welcome to MindMyths. For those who don't know me, my name is Mana. Normally I'm here on YouTube talking about something else like narcissistic personality disorder, minimalism, self-improvement or self-motivation. But today I'll be back to being a scientist for a day and talk to you about a very hot topic that is floating around the internet these days. It's about a statement like, "Oh my god, we have fiberglass in vacuum bag. Is that true?" To my knowledge, this all started with a popular video on YouTube by Dr. Ryan Southworth from Arizona, recommending a HEPA filter vacuum bag to be used as a homemade mask. But then there's another doctor in London, Dr. Simon Freilich, saying in a YouTube video that making a mask from a HEPA vacuum bag is a really awful thing to be doing. The vacuum bags are made from glass microfiber that can damage the human respiratory system. And then the whole world freaked out. Well, not the whole world, maybe I'm over exaggerating, but a lot of people, you know what I mean. So, to answer this question, I'll break down some information for you. But before I start, you might ask, "Excuse me, who are you? Those two are doctors." Well, I'm a doctor too, but not the same kind that kills people. I'm the kind that has a PhD degree in chemistry, specialized in materials, especially polymers and plastic materials. And before this pandemic, I was working in the medical device industry for 6 years as a polymer scientist slash product development engineer. So we get that out of the way. Let's start by talking about air filters. Air filters are normally used in HVAC systems. HVAC stands for heating, ventilating, and air conditioning. HVAC include heat pumps, air conditioner units, furnace units, geothermal, window units, etc. These things need an air filter to clean the air before letting the air going into the system. There are different types of air filters, such as fiberglass air filters, pleated filters, washable air filters, electrostatic air filters, HEPA filters, and UV filters. So here you just have heard the words fiberglass air filters, right? This type of air filter is generally inexpensive, and some of them, especially the flimsy ones, can come apart in your HVAC system. And this not only could cause serious damage for your HVAC system, but also putting any filter debris back into the air. That doesn't sound good. Now, I need to tell you that I don't know how to edit the video, so I don't know how to put like a image here. But please Google the term air filters and then I'm going to explain to you what it looks like. Hopefully you get it. Basically, it's like a frame, like a rectangular or square frame, and in it there's a sheet of filter placed in the frame, right? This type of filter is not what we use in our homemade masks. So the fiberglass, yes, it's in there, it's in the filter, and it can come loose and you can breathe in, but it's not our concern here because we are not going to use this in our homemade masks. Okay. But then the main question is, what about fiberglass in HEPA vacuum bags, right? I have to say, I have example, this one. This is not HEPA vacuum bag. It's a synthetic cloth vacuum bag, but you get the idea. HEPA vacuum bags look similar to this, right? I honestly cannot find HEPA vacuum bags for this video. I just moved here, guys, so I don't know how to shop around here yet. Anyway. And by the way, HEPA stands for High Efficiency Particulate Air, just so you know. So I spent quite a long time trying to find the information on the materials that used in HEPA vacuum bags. Normally, I would look by Google search for MSDS, which stands for Material Safety Data Sheet, where they give a list of chemical ingredients or materials that they use in their product so that you know, right? But not the vacuum bags. I honestly cannot find MSDS for any vacuum bags, or maybe just me. Anyway, and then I thought, for any invention, surely they have to patent it, right? So I Google search patents for HEPA vacuum bags and found this patent, US 6524360B2, melt blown composite HEPA filter media and vacuum bag. Sounds relevant. This is where they give out a lot of information about their invention, including the materials that are used. If you would like to read this patent, go to Claim 22. And by the way, I will link all the references that I mentioned here in the description box below so that you can go and have a look. So under Claim 22, go to number 16. They say a vacuum bag comprising an outermost support layer, and then go to number 3. Number 3, the outermost supporting layer is polypropylene. And later on in the detailed description of the invention, they specify the type of polypropylene, which is stiff polypropylene Tyra 3151. The next component is a filter media in the form of multi-component sheet, having the first spun-bond layer, and then go to number 6, wherein the first spun-bond layer is polypropylene. The next component is a second spun-bond layer. It doesn't say here what the material is, but however, in the example section, they say the second layer was a 0.25 ounce per square yard polypropylene spun bond. The last component is at least one layer of melt-blown electret polymer fiber web. Then we go to number 10, wherein the melt-blown electret polymer fiber webs are polypropylene. So based on this pattern, there is no mentioning about fiberglass being used in HEPA vacuum bags. The whole process of me looking up information online is called desktop research, which I think all of us can do. Right? So just spend some time looking up information online and think about the information. And I think it's might be better than just hearing someone saying something and you just believe that statement straight away. Anyway, another way to look at this matter is, what if there really is fiberglass in vacuum bags, HEPA or synthetic cloth bag like the one I have? How can I prove it? So here's the thing, if I was at work, I could just chuck a piece of vacuum bag I have in an instrument called FTIR, which stands for Fourier Transform Infrared Spectroscopy, and the instrument will spit out a diagram of spectrum that shows me if the material is polypropylene or fiberglass or something else completely. However, as you can guess, I'm not at work, I'm at home, and actually I'm unemployed. So now I don't have the access to FTIR. That means we are back doing more desktop research and maybe home experiment. The question is, what would be an easy way to distinguish the polypropylene and fiberglass, right? Polypropylene is an organic polymer that has a melting point around 160 degrees to 170 degrees Celsius, or 320 to 340 degrees Fahrenheit, generally speaking, because there are many types of polypropylene. Now, the melting point of fiberglass is, however, about 1121 degrees Celsius, or 2075 degrees Fahrenheit. Another source of information is Wikipedia. Glass fiber has no true melting point but softens up at 1200 degrees Celsius or 2192 degrees Fahrenheit. If you think Wikipedia is not reliable sometimes, I kind of agree. And then I found a published article called Glass Fibers, sounds relevant, written by 3 people who worked at PPG Industries, and this article was published in ASM Handbook Volume 21 Composites. Anywho, if you go to this article, on page 2, in table 2, they listed different types of fiberglass and the softening temperatures ranging from 830 to 1052 degrees Celsius or 1526 to 1933 degrees Fahrenheit. Can we agree that fiberglass won't just melt so easily like polypropylene? Let's find out. Anyway, guys, we are outside as you can imagine. I don't want to talk too loud, I don't want to disturb any neighbor, but anyway, I have my vacuum bag that has been cut into a small piece, and I'm going to burn it using my candle lighter and to see if it melts or not. Please do not try this at home. I do it so that you don't have to, okay? Oh my god, it melts. What does that mean? It means it's plastic. It's not glass, guys. It's not glass. Let's go back inside and we talk about it a little bit more. So we are back in my bubble. Let's have a look one more time. I think that's melted. So I'm not here to say that all vacuum bags do not contain fiberglass. I don't think that's the case, but it's best for you to do some research yourself, look up for information online, or call the manufacturer of the particular brand that you have, and ask them to confirm that with you, or yeah, something like that. And I don't recommend again to do the experiment at home because I don't want anyone to have any incident. All I wanted to say is just don't freak out. Just don't listen to anyone and just freak out straight away. Try to find the answer yourself. I'm sure if you keep looking, you will find something, or you ask someone, they will tell you something. Okay, thank you for watching. That's it for today. Bye.